Hey there. Oh god, look at that. I'm so fat. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Focus. Sorry. So, welcome to a new video. This is something a little bit new, and I'm starting to realize this is really not a flattering angle. But I've been busy and I've been doing a lot lately, so I figured it might as well be time for an update. And then I kind of also want to make a tutorial on how to prepare a plate. I've actually been seeing a couple of people when I'm chatting about printing and seeing Facebook groups and stuff like that. Like when people use 3D printers, they don't necessarily prepare the plate. What they do is, generally speaking, is they just add in soap and water, wipe it down, and then put it inside of the 3D printer, which is good to a certain degree, right? Because it will still adhere to the plate, the print, when you're printing it. But in my experience, right, the actual printer won't necessarily keep it still enough for the print to stay on the plate. So if the print that you created moves like half an inch to the right or half an inch to the left because the printer was shaking. I know you're supposed to have like a non-shaking printer, but like sometimes you have to accommodate like issues you can't control outside your control. So I don't know. Either way, I've learned that it's not necessarily having for the process to be perfect. You just want it to work. And like for example, you shouldn't stop production of a print that you're working on just because the layer line is gonna, or like the print's gonna fail because the printer's not stable enough, or it's just shaking a little bit too much. What you can do is what I did, which is prepare the plate. I added in at first I was experimenting with only this glue. Where is it? Shit. Okay. Only this glue right here. And what I noticed about this glue, because I saw that it's a wood binding, right? So I thought, okay, wood, plastics. I feel like plastic is easier to glue than wood, right? Or like harder to glue. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use a wood glue. Because the PLA, when you're printing, like you're depositing the material in a very controlled manner, and the material itself is PLA. It's plastic, but some plastics need to have a certain kind of heat to really melt and to really like reform. But I've noticed that the glues, the adhesives that I use, because they're when they dry, they feel like plastic, but they're not, right? But they dry in a way that you can actually peel off of the plate. Like, you don't want something that's a permanent thing. You don't want like super glue. Like, you wouldn't want to use super glue on your 3D printing plate to ensure that the plate is going to sit. I mean, hell, I might experiment at one point, but one, super glue dries really fast, and then two, it would probably fail just because the super glue is so smooth on the top, when super glue like dries, like even if you add an accelerator, usually if you add an accelerator, it'll move because of the bubbles, but it will still, harden up. And the outside layer of the drop of super glue that you let dry, like in open air, it has a round surface. It's like it's got the shape. So when it dries in the shape of the drop, which is really soft. It's really smooth. So any kind of benefit that you would get from adding in the super glue to the plate wouldn't really be good. It would be worse than before, because now at this point you have a super smooth surface, which if you have the textured PLA plates, like that's intentionally done so that it adheres better to the plate, you know? I'm thinking, oh, somebody sent me a message. I'll read that later. It's a friend. Um, hmm. Elmer's glue fits perfectly because even if you glue, the glue won't evaporate, right? It won't get burnt by the tip of the wood glue and Elmer's glue. The way that it solidifies and the temperature resistance that it has, it won't get adhered to the PLA, you know. And I've made multiple prints that are super detailed, like really really high detailed, and I'm able to do that using the what I did right now. I think there is something to actually being having the 3D printer be super stabilized, because if you're just doing a generic print, that's fine, you know. But if you're doing something really high detailed like a action figure or a person, which is one of my plans still, I need to get the quick check, but I have news about that, so that should be interesting, because it's gonna delegate a lot of my time, but that's for later. So yeah, like if you're creating something that you're just mass producing, it's just like a child's toy that's really not, or not even a child's toy, a fidget thing, you know, something that you're gonna throw away or like stuff like that, then go ahead and do that method of using the Elmer's glue with the wood glue, the glue that I showed earlier. I don't know if it's wood glue, but I know like it's not it's stronger than like Elmer's glue, you know. And yeah, like that's the main reason I'm gonna be doing this in camera right now. That's why I started recording, because I'm like, people would benefit from knowing this, you know. I know it's helped me with prints. I need to work on the titles though, because I swear, like, I'm so lazy with titles. I just put like something and that's it, you know. Like, it tells you nothing and it doesn't drive any kind of engagement. So I'm gonna be using, honestly, I'm gonna be using AI to come up with names, because as cringy as it sounds, I've already shown that I really don't have a creative bone in my body for the names of videos. But I need to try. I think I might have used to do it. Tell me if that's important to you, like if it's important like the video has like a good title. Because I learned from watching PewDiePie and like Markiplier, where like just some random stuff because it was funny, you know. But maybe that's not the humor anymore, you know, it just looks weird. Details for later. But yeah, let's get started. So I have this. I'm just wiping it down to make sure that it's dry. I recently got them out of like a wet area to clean them. Well, I didn't, but my mom did. She's an angel. And let's see. Let me see where I can put this thing. It's a magnet. That got magnetized. There we go. Ah, no. Okay. I need to print a fucking phone stand, I swear. Come on, man. You know what? You're going inside the printer. Oh, it's terrible. That's better. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, generally speaking, the way that I do it, it's pretty simple. So check it out. I use these. I bought them at Walmart for $2. I don't know how much they're gonna cost now, but I got a whole packet. Like, they're really cheap. They're not durable at all. Like, if you use them a lot, they're gonna like get bristled really quickly and like with bent edges. But for what I'm doing, which is something that's just applying and lathering, something not necessarily really like needing like a fine, delicate finish, this works. Oh, and one of the fastest ways that you can actually prepare a plate is just by having them at the ready. Like, I kind of have them right here. I'm actually going to do 3. I'm thinking of actually, so like, I want to expand the company, right? So what I'm thinking of doing is like hiring somebody to come in over here and like just work, right? Like, the way that I would pay them is, one of the most time-consuming parts of this process isn't necessarily the design. Most of the time I have the design at the ready. You know, that's just for me at least. Like, if there's ever a design involved, I would generally hire somebody. Like, I've done some experimenting with some designs to see if I can like modify them or do something with them, but I would rather do something else. Like, I'm learning now as I get older, like, because I used to be really worried about like what I'm doing, right? Like, oh, like I need to do this because otherwise this person's gonna think this, or oh, I need to do that, or I can't forget to do this, or all that, you know, like. And I've always been terrible at chores, like not terrible in the sense that I can't do them. Like I literally, the way that I earn my living right now is to clean cars, you know, like I do full details, and like I can leave a car so fucking spotless that like if you see my TikTok, sometimes I'm like, that looks sexy, because the car went from being so dirty and kind of like, you know, ugly looking to just like it came out of the dealership, and we get thank yous from our customers, and I'm like, oh, like I'm really happy for that because that means that we're doing a good job. And like I've been talking about this for the past couple of videos, but regardless, you know, it's my video. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, and that annoys you, I'm sorry, but you watched me, you chose this. So when you're applying this, you just want to make sure that you're, what do you call it? Like you spread it out evenly. You see this? So what you just saw me, hopefully in the angle, was drop some of the Elmer's glue. So you start out with the Elmer's glue. The first layer is going to be Elmer's glue. If you use the wood glue, that one sticks a little bit too much, and you end up having to, like to take it off, just submerging the plate in hot water for a really long time. I actually think that's one of the reasons why my plate kind of got with such a high rate of failure for the movement of the printer from shaking and all that stuff, is because the actual little ridges that the textured plate has have been kind of worn away by me from like scrubbing, because I would scrub with like a metal plate, or not a metal plate, but like the metal sponge, and I would just scrub off the wood glue, because it was so thick. It was almost like a layer of lines. Hey, check it out, I'm making a video while I'm talking about this. You want to come join me? No, I'm seriously, I'm teaching, because look, I'm layering it like this, see? You're not layering it, but I'm painting it like this so that it has a nice and clear and even layer of Elmer's glue. But I'm talking about how I don't like doing chores, man. I'm gonna hire somebody to do them for me. I can do it, but I'd rather somebody else do it for me. I'll use my time for other things. I swear, I won't just be doom scrolling. I'll be like working on an Iron Man suit. Important things, obviously. No? Mm-hmm. Don't you want a giant Hulk? Why are you judging me on my Iron Man suit? Okay, you want me to fucking print you a Hulk, and I said I'm down. Okay, and I need to make sure. Oh yeah, whenever you're painting these, you want to make sure that you're painting the right side. If you paint this side, yeah, you can fit it into the actual 3D printer, but it just fits kind of weird, and sometimes depending on the software that you have. They're in my back. Yeah, just grab it. You can ask me questions, you can talk. If anything, I just look crazy by looking around and nobody's saying anything. It looks like I have fucking schizophrenia. Who is he talking to? He keeps on looking to his right, there's nobody there. Somebody get him some help. He did some weird. That'd be sad. Imagine like you died and the only way I'm coping is because like I'm imagining you there. Really losing touch with the world, man. Anyways. What are you looking for? Huh? Your what? Nobody. Ya se fue. ¿Dónde te compro? No seas así. No seas así. A ver, mira, prendo, por favor. Ah. Eddie. Vente, güey. Alright, anyways, we're gonna start without our student because he is being lazy. As I was saying, sorry. Damn it, I think I got some glue on me. Oh well. Fuck, where was I? There we go. Okay. So, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Oh God, I have man boobs. Ew. I'm gonna stand this straight. All right, that looks better. Like I'm getting told that I lost weight. All right, but I have boobs here, and then like when I'm slouching down like that, like you see all of my titty. It's like ew, I'm fat. Anyways. Ah, see, I instinctively want to slouch. I think I'm gonna dye my hair like what do you call it? White. Dude, it was so trippy. There was this guy, and he was hitting on me. He ended up giving me $10. But I wasn't paying attention. I was doing my car wash. My brother says I'm autistic. But the main reason being is because apparently people hit on me. And I'm just talking to them. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, they'll brag about something. Or, like, they'll insinuate something. Or they'll straight up tell me, like, stuff like fucking, like, offer stuff. And I'm just like, no, thank you. I'm okay. I appreciate the attention, but... making sure. I appreciate the attention, but I really have a job to do. It's because like when you're spraying the fucking foam on the car, you can't talk. Like you can't stop because like the polite thing to do when somebody's talking to you is like stopping and then like paying attention to them. But God, like the foam dries up. If the foam dries up, then you have to fucking like redo the water. And yeah, then you have to refoam it. And like you only have so much time to really scrub the car because if the foam dries, then it gets like fucking sticky. Oh, this is what you do in case you add too much. So I actually added way too much glue to this one. So what I'm doing is I'm picking it up with a brush, right? So you use the brush to pick up the excess glue, and then you go ahead and put it onto the next plate. And if you've already messed up and like you're on the last one, then just drop it back into the container. Like, here, I'm gonna put this down for a second. Like, take the container and take your brush, and then just use that to do this. Like, see, like you scrape it up against the whole of the container, the brush, and it just removes the excess amount of material that you may have dropped onto the plate. That way, like, one, you're not wasting stuff, and two, you don't, because if you add too much material, shit, this is harder to pick up than I thought it would be. It's because the plate is flat, and I don't want to flip it. If I flip it, then I have to go wash the plate and to reapply it, because you don't want to apply, Elmer's glue to a dirty plate, because if you do, you're going to cause imperfections on the layer lines. In my personal opinion, it's just nasty. Or not nasty. I don't give a shit about like whatever's on the fucking thing. Like, you could have blood on there for all I care. But the point is like you're gonna fuck up the layer lines, and I don't want that. So make sure that the layer that you're creating, that you're brushing with the Elmer's glue, is nice and even. Like, you see how like I have those lines right there? See how it's fairly, it's like a fairly thin layer? Fuck you. It's a fairly thin layer. Like, that's genuinely how you want to kind of keep the amount of glue that you want on your plate. If you add too much and there's like visible layers of like unevenness because of how much it's like how much you've added on there, then don't use that to print. Again, it's gonna cause imperfections on the first layer, and honestly speaking, like, again, it doesn't look professional, and I think it looks nasty, and you're just avoiding issues. Like, look, I can forgive not having the little, like, the feet on your 3D printer because you lost them. I get it, I've been there. But, like, you can control for that pretty easily as long as you have a sturdy, like material that the 3D printer's on. Like, I have a wood, like, desk thing that my dad gave me. And it's been pretty useful because it, like, the wood, I guess, like, absorbs a good chunk of the vibration. Because I've tried putting it on glass, and I've tried putting it on, like, on the floor. On the floor, on, like, just the pure floor, like, rock, it doesn't really move too much. It's got, like, a good balance, but I did prefer it to be on the wood because it's more muted. I felt like it was louder because of the like the way that the what do you call that? That stone kind of amplifies sound. So as you can see right there, that's more or less the line, or like the layer of Elmer's glue that I've created. Like, you see how it's fairly thin? Like, you don't see anything off of this. It's like a layer of paint. Not too much, not too little. You can get the entirety of the plate, but I always just rather do like a square like this big. And the reason being, one, it's gonna allow you to move the plate without like worrying that you're gonna fuck up the glue or touch the glue and get your hands dirty. And on top of that, it looks nicer. You know, simple things. Alright, so we're gonna put this thing down. So now that that's ready, instead of using, like putting it in like that, I would go ahead and start using this glue, the wood glue. It's called, oh, not wood glue, I guess. It's the Mod Podge matte. I prefer matte just because I'm a scanner, so whenever you scan stuff, like, you want to make sure that it doesn't have a lot of reflection. And one of my biggest frustrations is like when I'm trying to oh shit. Sorry. Look, this is what happens when you add too much. You see? Oh, it's drying up unevenly. That's what we call no bueno. I added too much Elmer's glue. Now what I have to do is brush it off using the brush. And you just brush the Elmer's glue off. Like, the brush naturally picks up any kind of excess material. And because this is semi-liquid, you're gonna be safe from actually like it being too hard. Even like, how long has the video been recording for? It's been like 21 minutes, you know? Like, it won't get dry immediately. Like, I actually have a method of drying it super quick, but that's mostly because I really didn't like leaving the plates just lying around, like without any kind of protection, because it's very easy for them to get dirty. You know, if they get dirty, like, again, that's like, yeah, you could pull off a print, but you have a higher likelihood of fucking it up. Oh god, it was the brush, I swear. It's farting. It's queefing. Sorry. I know it's inappropriate, but I thought it was funny. See how much I'm able to gather right here? Like, let's see if I can get it close. You see that? That's how much Elmer's glue I'm able to remove off of the plate. And that's why, again, you want to make sure that the layer lines that you're using are really thin. Or not the layer lines, the brush strokes, or the layer of Elmer's glue that you create using the brush. You want to make sure that it's fairly thin, because otherwise when it dries, it's going to dry unevenly, because the Elmer's glue naturally wants to pull together, and if it pulls together, then you're going to have a problem, because that means that the area that was completely covered in something was drawn in together because of the shift in what do you call it, shape, due to the excess amount of Elmer's glue being used. Oh god, I sound like a robot. There we go. Okay. We're almost there. But yeah, card detailing is so fun. I kind of want to look into like not just card detailing, but housekeeping. But it's because, like, I want to hire somebody to do my housekeeping. But now that I think about it, like, why don't I just create a company for housekeeping, have somebody manage it, and then have them send somebody my way. I'll still pay the company, but it's my company, so it'll be okay. Right? because you don't want to waste money. Because apparently it's a waste of money to hire somebody to do your chores for you. Because like I know I'm not gonna do them. Like if I know I'm not gonna do them, that's fine. Like it's not the end of the world. I'm human, you know. Like nobody's perfect. But if it gets done, and even if I don't do it, is that cool? I think it's cool because that's how you manage. Like I can't do everything as a manager. Like I can, but if I do everything, then what the hell is the point of having like workers underneath me? I need workers because I don't want to do the task. There's better things for me to do with my time. Especially if it's something that I know I'm not going to want to do. That's something I really should delegate. There's certain things that you can, obviously. Like, if there's something truly, truly important, you do it yourself, whether or not you like it, you know? But if it's something that you can delegate towards somebody else, knowing fully well that they can do it properly and you can compensate them properly, whether it be through affection, through money, through time, through X, Y, and Z, through a lunch, you know, you do give somebody a lunch and they'll like do you a favor. Or you trade a favor for a favor. Like we've traded service for a generator. Like we've done car washes to like lower the price of generators that we buy, you know? Like there's a way. And yeah. My boob. Need to sit up straight, then it won't look so bad. Oh god, I look weird. I have a double chin. Alright, anyways. Yeah, oh, I was thinking about like a pay system for this, right? Because like let's say I have somebody here, like I said, and hire them. I'm just gonna tell them, hey, you're gonna be here for like an hour, and I need you to do these tasks. I'd be down to pay them in like $30, $40 an hour. Because what I would need them to do is like one, I would have them take out the print plates, right? Like after the print is done, they take out the print and then sand it down and like fix it in whichever way it needs to be fixed. And if it doesn't work, then they just reprint it. I'd set it up so that they're able to like print the what do you call that? Print the print. Yeah, print the. That sounds so. Oh god. Okay. I set it up so that they're able to print the reprint easily. Because even if you don't know how to use a computer, I have the touchscreen ones, and even the ones with the little like menu, like the box right there. Like you can just reset the print. Like you clean the plate and you take away any kind of dirt. Make sure that there's enough material on the printer to complete the task, and you can just reprint something, you know, like super easily. It doesn't take longer than 60 seconds. Like you can do that if I'm paying you $30 an hour, $40 an hour, because I need somebody who's experienced. I can't just throw this at anybody, you know. And I know what it feels like, because like you need to get paid, you know. I want to get paid. I'd rather pay you more than I make in an hour, so that you're actually able to do the tasks that I don't want to do. That's what I do for the mechanic. That's what I do with a lawyer, you know. If a lawyer has to get involved for like to check some documents, I can read through it myself, and I probably will once or twice, especially if it's something that's really important. But if it's a contract that you're just, you know, setting up in order to do a partnership, there's templates for that, you know. So delegating taxes, delegating like doing like mechanical service on my car, like I'm pretty sure I could do it. YouTube certified, you get me? Like it's funny, but that shit works. Like, and then like I could just go to like some friends and they'll help me out because they really know. They're fucking like mechanic shop owners, you know. Like they'll just do me a solid. Mis mecánicos impañables. But yeah, so I'd rather pay somebody to sit in this chair for me, or somewhere setting up the plates for me, rather than me doing it myself, because, well, I'd rather live stream. I'd rather fucking I'd rather program for fun. I'd rather complete my boot camp. I'd rather go do a car wash because it's solid exercise and it's a nice chunk of cash. You get me? Like, I I want my company to succeed, and I'm starting to realize that I can't do it by myself. There's people who can, and they're so amazing. Like, there's a woman I recently met. She's a controller of a company. She's so amazing. She's like managing like 3 dental lab managers. Like, she's actually like working on like stuff, and then when there's no manager, she actually steps in and goes to the location to work there. Like, how crazy is that? She flies from Phoenix, she comes to California, and then flies to Texas just to go manage for a month or two because it's needed. I think that's fucking killer. That's baller. And she has a kid on top of it. Alright, yeah, that's so much. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, like, I'd rather pay somebody else to do it. Like, I'm even thinking about my laundry too, because like I can do it, but then I procrastinate it, and then like it turns into, fuck, I haven't done it in a week. I need to do my laundry so that I can have my shit there, so I can wear what I want to wear. Because like sometimes like I end up wearing like clothes I don't particularly like, just because I ran out of stuff. Like, there was a joke that I would say at work because I'd always go in with a shirt and what do you call it? Uh, like dress pants, like you know, I'd be dressed up, like I've been recently, and there would be days where I wouldn't come in with the white shirt. I'd come in with like a blue shirt because blue's my favorite color. You know, like that's like deep blue. Like that's my genuine favorite color. It's so pretty. In my eyes, it's like, I don't know. It's just something that draws me to it. You know, it's a very because I've seen a couple of cars and I'm thinking of getting a motorcycle. Because there's a really sweet like color of blue I'm thinking of. Those are plans for the future. Um, but yeah, like laundry, I don't really want to do them. And the joke is, if you see me wearing blue, it's because I ran out of white shirts, and I ran out of white shirts because I forgot to do the laundry. You get it? Ha 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 ha. At least I make myself laugh, if nobody else. Anyways, um, yeah, hire somebody to do my chores because they need to get done, and I can compromise by paying somebody. I don't have to do them, but they do need to get done. If I don't do them, then somebody has to do them for me. Shit. I swear to God, because I've been like thinking about my future lately, right? Like what I'm gonna be doing. So I've already done the 3D printing company, and if I can succeed on setting it up, I'm gonna be setting up like a variety of companies, like just to mess around and see if I can do it. Because hopefully by then I'll have a lot of disposable income. Hell, who knows? I'll get lucky and I'll get like YouTube famous or something. That'd be funny. Because dude, YouTubers, streamers, like the popular ones, they make some mean bang. Like, there was a joke that they had a pay cut. They were still in the fucking thousands of dollars, like fucking, like thousands of dollars. I feel like I could do that, but I never plan it out properly. Like, I don't announce when I'm gonna be doing it. I just fucking jump in sometimes, and I don't even like have the proper setup sometimes. Like, I don't put my face in, or like the audio's all fucked up, or something, you know. But at least I try, I think. There was one point where I had like 100 viewers pretty consecutively, and it was pretty fun because usually it was around playing Elden Ring when I was when I was finishing the DLC. All right, I feel like this is still too much. Like, look at what I have over here. Right, I have that here versus, please don't fall, this here. like, I like it, but I don't. So we're gonna fix this. And you see that it's still wet. Like, again, Elmer's glue, especially poured like this into open air, as long as it's not super hot, you're more than likely to kind of have plenty of time to correct any kind of like mistakes you make on over applying the layer of glue. It doesn't really have to be super perfect, but if you find yourself adding too much or failing a print or two because it's you added too much glue, then take the time to really just get it down properly. Like when I print, like I treat it kind of as a job because I want to. It's a process that I know I can perfect, so I do. And if that means spending a good, what has it been now? At least 20 minutes preparing the plate so I can get the perfect amount of glue on there, then I think that's some more worth it. Because I'm gonna be making the Hulk for my brother. But right now I'm a little behind on a project I've been working on for some time. It's the yellow and red. It's the yellow and red. It's like a figurine for somebody. It's for a contract I have. It's like something that's like worth, I'd say like $300, but they're homies and like I'm gonna do it on the cheap. Let's say it's a promotion because they're my first couple of customers, and I had presented to them like one of the final prototypes, and they asked me to fix some like rough edges on one of the prints. So one of the ideas I have for that is like, I think I'm gonna have to mess around with the trees, that hold up the, what do you call that? That hold up the print, because I've tried printing it even with the glue in place, like because of the layer of the amount of space that's touching to the printer and just how thick it gets up towards the top, because it's like a shape like this. It's like an oval, and the very bottom is touching, but it's not touching in a very meaningful way. And I need to add in trees, but the trees that I've been printing lately, they leave them kind of rough. So I either need to sand them down properly, which means I have to use water and the sandpaper to sand it down, or I need to position the trees in such a way where it won't affect it too much, because the way that I did it last time, I did it horizontally. I had the oval be horizontal, but it was such an insane amount of space that I had to hold up that there was an issue with keeping the actual shape of the wall in place, because it had so many like spikes and so many missing layer lines because of the way that the trees were formed to support that particular object. So I think I need to really adjust where the trees were at. I think I positioned them incorrectly last time. And this is a lot like, because I used to do some milling preparations. Like you nest something into a proper position so that it's able to be manufactured properly within the material that you're using to manufacture it. Whether it's like a additive, like where like the 3D printer, where I'm keeping the plate stable, or it's subtractive, like a milling machine where you're milling away titanium or milling away ceramic, whatever it may be. Sorry, I'm thinking of ways to because in order to have an employee, I need to have a manual, right? So I'm gonna be writing like a full detailed book that I need for like the person to learn, so that they're able to do this. Because like, look, this is technology that I feel will eventually go super far. Like I'm imagining like having a 3D printer in every fucking house, and you just print something that you need, like, or like there's, because I've been thinking of this, right? Like right now it's like just plastics and some composite plastics, but there's already printers for supercars, right? Like imagine that, a printer for a supercar, how detailed the car has to, or how one, how durable the parts have to be for a supercar, and then how much time it took and like how much perfection there had to be for that. Or maybe they just did it kind of shittily and it's still an amazing project because it was able to like, like really go pretty fast. To, hey, I need this furniture, let me print it, and you print out a bed. Because I'm imagining, like, think about where technology is at. Like, in the past, a computer used to take a whole freaking room. But how impossible would it be to use a nozzle to add in the material for a foam? You get me? Because one of the things I want to print with is wax. I want to see if I can print with wax. Because if I can print with wax, I can cast. I can cast a mold, I can cast a metal. You get me? And if I can cast a metal, that means I can create car parts. If I can create car parts, I can print any car part that's no longer being manufactured. If I have a large enough printer, I can even create the body of a car. But it depends on the material, right? Because think about it. If I have a printer large enough to even just give me wax, right? Like, but in a very detailed way for the body shape of a car, like how much money could I make off of that? You get me? Like people pay hundreds, like just to fix like an engine, they pay like $3,000. Sometimes I've heard jobs done for like $4,500, and I'm just like, holy shit. And even like tinting your windows, it's like $200. I do car detailing, it's $150. Now imagine if I could customize print like a car part, like a hood for you, with like a fucking like, dude, with the whole fucking village of like anime characters, or like your name on there, or whatever you can imagine. And if it's made out of wax or a material I can melt or even duplicate, then I can cast it. If I can cast it, then it can be metal. Because I don't know if printers will ever get to that point where they can print metal properly. And if they do, I feel like they're super, super expensive. Because I've seen some 3D printers that are worth $500,000, if I remember correctly, if you take taxes into consideration. So yeah, I want to hire people so I can sell, so I can print, so I can make money. And once I make money, I'm gonna make an Iron Man suit. But to be fair, I'm already making money and I've already learned how to weld. I just need to get my license. Hi Vic! I'm gonna make my Iron Man suit. Okay. Let me see. They're playing music in the neighborhood, and I have to admit, it's making me miss like my music. Cause I was gonna play music and like do this like with my headphones on, but then I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm doing something, and I'm outside. What if there's like a homeless guy and he like comes through and like tries to take shit? Cause it's happened. I'm not being like, like paranoid. They jacked our fucking stuff. And yeah. It's just a matter of trying to improve and grow. I'm so tired of being poor. Having to like choose between what I have to do and what I don't want to do. Like if I want to stay all day inside the house and fucking live stream, like I better have the money for it. Cause don't get me wrong, like I've I've been doing very well for myself recently. But there was a time where I wasn't making any kind of cash. And while it wasn't the end of the world, it wasn't the most terrible existence. I had a lot of support from my mom, from my dad. Like, cause like I really stopped being willing to work when I got cancer and shit. Like, now that I'm doing it again, like, I like having money again. I like buying the shit I want to buy. I like treating my nieces and nephews like to treats. I like one of my most proud moments recently. It's like been being like to my little niece. I'm like, here, mija, and I give her like $20. Go spend it. Buy yourself candy or some shit. Tell me if your mom takes it away from you. That shit's your money. And she gets so happy. She's like, wow, I got this. I'm like, yeah, mija, go for it. Tu domingo. Dude, that light is flickering, and I swear to God, if I get attacked by a fucking demon, at least it's on camera. We can monetize it. I like dripping it like this sometimes, because it looks like painting. Or cum. Sorry, that's not appropriate. I should be professional. You know what? I've learned that being professional, well, it's nice and all. Like when you're doing business, like with the people who actually are in charge, like with the owners, with the higher ups, they like to joke. You don't want to be like super uptight and shit. Like being competent and being friendly is so useful. Like I've learned to loosen up so fucking much recently. It's been amazing. I used to act like a fucking robot from Glidewell. Like all stiff and shit. Like God, it was so annoying. And now I get to cuss like a sailor. I'm planning on going to a rave this year now, because I'm getting enough cash for it. We're gonna have so much fun. Alright, there we go. So it's more or less how much layers you want. See? It really helps out with making sure that the print sticks on the first layer, because this is going to maintain a really solid form. See? I'll show you the end result later, because while I'm doing this, like this is gonna partially dry, and then I'm gonna expedite the drying of the glue pretty quickly, because what you do after applying this layer properly, I'm gonna hurry up now because I really kind of want to finish up. And so hang on, I'm trying to get this right. It's because like I can hurry up, but I'd rather do it right. Like I was literally just making a fucking speech about that earlier. And this is pretty relaxing at times. That's why I don't mind doing it. It's just that when I'm not in a mood, or like when I'm kind of down, like I'm not going to come over here and do it. Like sometimes when I get like in a pretty big funk, like I avoid certain areas. And recently it hasn't really been that. It's just been that I've been going to the car detailing, going to school, all that kind of stuff. Like it. I think this is good. So check it out. I'd say it's pretty good. Cool. Dude, this light is flickering so much. At least I think there's people around, so if I end up screaming or something, Espiritu, I'm gonna be able to get help quickly. A demon, help! Gets insta killed. Nah, I can't take horror movies seriously. I always end up roasting them. Cause I was talking to somebody recently about that. Cause I don't know, like, you can't be scared if you're laughing at something. I think that's the main way that, like, my brother and I cope. Because sometimes at the car wash, there's so many things that go wrong. Sometimes I've literally spent 20-30 minutes just trying to get the fucking water compressor to start, pulling the chain over and over and over. Dude, my shoulder got so much stronger because of that fucking thing. And then just washing everything. Like sometimes you add the wrong chemical and you're like, oh shit, that looks bad. Sometimes you run out of fucking chemical or you run out of like stuff and you're like, shit, like I've already accepted like 5 more jobs. I need to go refill my materials. Or sometimes like, and this is one of my biggest ones where I'm like, you know what, screw you, I'm not gonna work with you anymore. But there you go. Look at that. Because that's the sweetest thing about like doing this. Like you get to choose who you do the car wash for. Because somebody's a dick or like I don't particularly like them, I just don't have to do it, right? Like I don't give a shit. Like I have other customers, you know. Now if you're willing to pay extra, then yeah, sure, you can have the jackass fee. All right, hang on. Look. So I've already loaded up one of the plates, right? So I'm gonna flip this. So if you look at this right here, I put it inside of the 3D printer. But if you check it out over here, you go to these settings right here, and then you're going to change the chamber. Right there. Oh no, you're going to change the heat bed. You're going to change the heat bed to 550, and you're going to confirm. And then this is going to raise the temperature of this. And if the temperature of this is raised to warmth, this is going to solidify much quicker. You've seen that I've been talking right now has been through like conversations and all this shit. It's already been about an hour in terms of like this video. Like it's fun, but I really do kind of want to hurry up too, because I have to go to work tomorrow, and that's one of my most happiest things. I got a job as a dental manager. So that means I'm in charge of creating my own lab. I can get the machines, I can set up the processes, I can do anything that I want to do within reason, you know, like the whole point of it is I need to provide profit for the owner, right? Because I met the CEO. And the funny thing about that is I was in the middle of a job when the CEO like video called me, and I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, like, do you have time to chat? Because like he saw the outfit that I was wearing. It's like, because like now when I do the car wash, I like bundle up. I put like a hat that covers almost all of my face. I put like the Kakashi mask that I have from like a cosplay. I put the like long sleeve shirts, gloves, like a shirt over that, you know, like you can't see a lot of my skin, And the reason is because, dude, the sun burns. Like, at first it was kind of fun, like, you know, being in the sun and enjoying the heat. But then, like, my fucking face started peeling, and I'm like, you know what? Like, you got cancer once, my guy. Like, they literally told you to avoid. See, this is what happens if you kind of take a little bit too long. Hopefully, this plate will still work, but I don't like how rough and bumpy it is right now. And then, so for example, if you don't have the X1C, right, the carbon, right, of this one, right, the way that you go ahead and set this up is you select this over here, and then for now I'm gonna hit cancel. Let me focus on that. I'm gonna hit cancel, and I'm gonna go ahead and go up, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the heat plate. I know it's not very easy to tell that that's a heat plate, but that is the heat plate. So you're gonna hit 50, you're gonna exit, and it's gonna slowly start to go up. Alright, same idea, you're gonna leave this open, because if you don't leave it open, the Elmer's glue is gonna evaporate. And then if you look at this over here, you see how it's getting dry? You see how it's changing shape and it's changing consistency? That's what you're looking for when you're getting the actual print done for the finalized thing. So that's one, that's two. This over here. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that either. No, yeah, like, I was having the conversation with him about that stuff, and I did really well in the interview, I suppose, and he hired me for the dental manager job. And he's like, you understand what this means, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're in charge of the entire lab. Like, you decide everything. Like, treat it like it's your own company, right? And it's like, huh. Like, conceptually, I'm like, because I'm very strong in the technical, you know? I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I know how to do this. I can set up the procedures for the dental stuff, right? Like, I can set up the steps, like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, you know? I can get the machines. I know which ones to get. I have contacts who I can be like, hey, I'm in charge of this place. I'm gonna ask you for a consultation. We're gonna pay you like $300 an hour. You're really good at this. I need you to advise me on this, because I've done stuff like that. I've gotten paid for stuff like that in the past, you know. So, and $300 isn't that much, especially because like I've gotten that. That's why like I'm like, I need to get to the point where I'm just raking in cash, you know, because I'm thinking of I'm thinking of getting a. Because I need to see how I can get out of the country. Because I can travel around the country, and I've already actually got a couple of people who said that they're down to, like, host me at different states. Like, not to sleep, but like to show me around, like the area. Because like for example, I've already met like 3 people in Arizona, and they're really cool. Like they're cool people, and they're like offering me to like show me around if I visit and stuff. But that's the sweet thing too. In this company, they're gonna fly me around, and I get to advise other laboratories on how to create them. So like, I'm thinking like, yeah, okay, I'm already planning this. I'm like, this is gonna have this is gonna have that. But first, we need to see what it looks like. And I'm like, I already know one thing. I'm gonna get milling machines, right? Because we don't have any right now. But what I want to do is like improve, grow, right? Like build it into something where I'm like, you know what, I did that. And so I go in there, and it's such a nice place. Like the people are nice, everything goes well. Like I'm gonna be busy with that, but that comes with a substantial pay. Like I'm getting paid like $65K to do it, and it's like I've been surviving off of like 100 weekly sometimes, or like even for a whole month I haven't like had like $100 or $10, you know. And now, like, I'm getting paid like $32.50 per hour that I'm there. 40 hours a week. That's like 4K, 5K before taxes. After taxes, that's still like 3,900. And if I can do so much with so little right now, with so little income, so little stuff, now imagine what I can do when I have such a large amount of like stuff to play with. Because I was gonna tell my mom and dad, like, don't trip, like, I can cover the fucking rent now, even to my brother and to my sister. Because, okay, I need to set up one more. Bad 50 confirm. Okay. I'll be here for a minute just so that I can make sure that this doesn't change in temperature. And I need to turn it off. Okay, yeah, the hot bed's at 50. Alright, look, so as you can see, this one's already done. I'm gonna flip a bit. So you see that right there? Super nice, super smooth. Super nice. But yeah, like, I can cover the rent now. I can buy my video games again. I can spoil my nieces and nephews. I'm gonna have so much extra income that it's like, holy shit, I didn't expect this, But little by little. But I do want to get to the point where I get to choose, like, hey, if you want to hire me, it's going to be like a K or two. I'm sorry. Like, otherwise, I don't, it's not enough for me to, like, move, You know what's funny? Like, because, like, I was talking to my family, and they're like, you're pretty ambitious. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ambitious. I just think I see the way to play the game now, And it's like, because before I wouldn't really want to talk to people, but now that I chat with people, I have full conversations with them. Like, I listen to them, I charm them, like, we make deals, like, now that that's so common to me, like, I'm like, if I can do it for one thing, I can do it for another, Oh shit. Some of the glue got, like, grown over here. What else? Talked about my weight loss, talked about my job, talked about how to do the print plates. Streaming. I'm gonna be trying to stream every Friday, like at 6 p.m. I feel like, because I've reserved the Saturdays and the Sundays to work. And after work, like, I'm gonna go, like, do car detailing as well. Because, hey, extra money is extra money, my guy. Like, I like carrying hundreds now. It's fun. It's always sad to break up $100 bill. But we can make it up again. And, yeah. Yeah, so live stream is probably going to be on Fridays at 8 p.m., 6 p.m. I am going to keep on doing Black Myth Wukong. I'm not sure if I'm going to try any new games because I kind of want to finish that again. I need to buy a new antenna for the computer because the other one finally died. The Wi-Fi antenna. And I'm trying to think. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just killing time because this one's done on the left, which means I should actually stop it already. And then the way that you stop, look, see, right there, and then 0, and then confirm, and there you go. I'm pretty sure. God damn it, 0, confirm. Okay, there you go. See, now it's gonna, like, power down in terms of, like, the heat. So that plate's ready to go. Done. Like, look at that. Still got some, but almost. And this one still needs some time. And not that much. Oh shit. So yeah, I think this should be just about it. So, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Leave a comment. And have a beautiful night.